Hello, back for another game in the Noctournament. So the Noctournament has a unusual format. There were 8 pools of 3 players, and then the round robin matches within the pools, and that is followed up by 3 different single elimination tournaments with 8 participants each. So I finished second in my pool. So I'm in the second single elimination tournament bracket, whatever. So I'll be playing Gazbag for my first game here. Single elimination, so if I lose this match, I'm done with the Noctournament, and if I win, I'll play another match. Alright, so hopefully we can have some more fun with Nocturne cards and learn how to play with them. Okay, we're going to start with Intrigue. And I'll be going first, and we'll alternate starting first, playing 6 games in this match. And here we are. Okay, so we've got Masquerade. A lot of trashing options, but Masquerade looks pretty good. There's also Monastery. Mill and Shepherd has some synergy, and they're both just solid cards. Shepherd looks like the only draw. So, well, Masquerade is a little bit of draw, but there is no action splitting. I wonder if Masquerade is skippable here. If we should open like Mill and Monastery. Because Masquerade is really good when you're planning to like pass your estates. And there's also Exorcist for trashing, but Exorcist is best when you're trashing estates in the beginning. And if I'm going with Shepherd draw, I'm going to hold on to my estates. Replace is probably going to be a better terminal. Well, it's definitely going to be a better terminal. And it's the only way to give out curses, although Masquerade can like send them back. So yeah, I'm tempted to not open with a Masquerade. Monastery is going to be probably the best way to trash. I'm just checking Druid. It's usually not very exciting. No exception here. Harem also is a thing with Shepherd, and it works nicely with, pretty nicely with Replace. So I think I want to go with Mill and probably Monastery, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with opening Masquerade and then replacing it later. But it's going to be really tempting to pass estates with Masquerade. But Mill is really nice, like, seems really nice with Shepherd. Okay, so with Monastery, you can trash a copper that you have in play. So I think it's the best copper trasher here. Oh well, we're going to try it. We're going to see if skipping Masquerade is a terrible idea. Here I think I'll get a replace. And we should be able to get a Shepherd if we draw our Mill in the next few cards. Unless we draw an estate. Yeah, so we have a 50% chance of being able to buy a Shepherd. Hooray! Okay. So now the question is shepherd or mill. I think I want to get the shepherd going. Buys a silver. I'm gonna try to avoid silver if possible. Okay. So we could either get... So crypt is pretty interesting option. I could either get a mill, a shepherd, or a crypt, or what I'm considering. Crypt could be really nice. And this looks like a nice hand. Question is whether I want to trigger the shuffle. All right, what am I my remaining cards are Monastery and Copper. Okay, so Gazbag picks up a Druid. Also, trashes an estate into a Shepherd. I'm going to try to avoid trashing those. Well, we're going to try this out. Okay. I think I'd rather curse. Now we really need to get another shepherd, which we should be able to get here. We might even be able to... Ooh, Crypt and Pasture is nice. Like, making sure you start off the next hand. Crypt and Harem is also very nice, so I'm hopeful that this Crypt is going to pay off. We are going to draw that Crypt. Well, that's a nice turn. Yeah, so Druid does provide plus buy. I don't think I'm too... Oh, I'm not drawing two cards. What was I thinking? Alright, well that was unfortunate. Let's get another Shepherd. This could be a sad turn. Be back in a second. And back. Alright, so this was very unfortunate. I'm going to have probably another Shepherd in those 7 cards, so I'm not too excited about top decking a Shepherd. I think I'll get a mill. And then we have 2 useless Knight cards. Alright, so now we have a choice between whether or not we play the mill or discard it to Shepherd. I think I want to discard it. So he does have a Masquerade. He's got 2 terminals. Well, unless he's trashed. No, he has trashed his Masquerade. Okay. So I don't have to worry about the curses coming back. We each have 2 Shepherds. Would have been really nice if we had drawn that crypt instead of it hiding at the bottom of the shuffle. Okay. This looks pretty nice. Okay, so how am I going to get economy now? Because that's what I'm missing. I do have 2 mills, which I can use for 2 coins each. And then I'm going to want to get harem, probably, is my preferred form of economy. The crypt might not do a ton of work because I've trashed a lot of my copper at this point. Okay. This gets me up to 4. I have 2 shepherds in that 7 cards. I think I'll grab another mill. Yeah, this is gonna be a good turn. We might draw the deck. Alright, what do we want to use our replace on? Copper into estate is okay. We could also replace estate into mill or something like that. Okay, Gazbag gets a harem. His deck is working out okay. So he did pick up a monastery. Okay. So I can draw 8 cards. I have another shepherd actually. So we can just do a ton of stuff here. Okay, so if I think I need to play this shepherd now. I can discard 4. And draw 8, which will leave me with 2 cards left in my deck. Excellent. So I think I only want to discard with 1 of these mills. I mean, I don't need to draw anymore, right? So I can just, yeah, I can just discard the shepherd and such with these mills, and then I'll have enough to buy a harem. Okay, and I don't want to trash the shepherd. So now the question is, I guess I can replace the monastery into a mill and buy a harem. Seems pretty good. we need to see a shepherd for this turn to be good. Okay, so he gave me a curse. And I don't have a monastery anymore. Which means I want to replace the curse into an estate, ideally. So he gets a Night Watchman. Night Watchman's pretty okay. I don't know if I want to discard. Ah, there's the shepherd. Okay. Unfortunate. I think I'll replace the estate by a shepherd. I could replace the copper by a shepherd. Yeah, it seems better. Okay, so this turn we should draw the deck. So this should run on piles, mill, estate, and either shepherd or curse, I would think. Okay, so we should be able to draw pretty much everything here. And we have some more shepherds left. So we're going to replace the curse. Let's see how many coins we can get. So we have 4 cards in there. 3 cards in there. I wonder if there's a way to set up my next turn. Maybe, yeah, I discard shepherd estate and hopefully... Hey, I did it. Okay, cool. Now I do have enough for province. I wonder if... Alright, like... For the 3 pile thing, I can replace harem into harem to give out curse, or estate into estate to give out curse. I think I want to get a province while I can. This is a nice looking hand. We definitely got fortunate there to be able to put the shepherd into the next hand. Okay, he gets a nice crypt. He gets a second replace. Okay, we should draw into another shepherd here. Okay. Yeah, we need to. All right, so we do this. We have 7 cards in there. Yeah, so this will draw them all up. Okay, now we have 3 mills to play. Maybe I don't discard the second to last mill. Or I mean, I don't discard the first to the first mill so that I can get a 50-50 chance. That leaves me with 6 coins. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I don't discard to this one. I mean, I just didn't have to. I could have just not played. Okay, we got unlucky there. Now we'll replace, I think we'll replace province into province. I mean, if we were really concerned about kicking off, we could replace an estate into a shepherd here. Maybe that's correct. Since we are ahead, that only costs us 2 points. We could replace shepherd into shepherd, but I think having extra shepherds is probably good. Yeah, let's do it that way. It's just important, I think. I don't think we need... Yeah, it's nice to have 2 turns that we kind of like guarantee to be good. Yeah, so my hope here is that we can get to a situation where we play a mill, discard 2 shepherds, and play 1 more mill. And that way we guarantee that we can start with a shepherd in our next hand. We have 5 shepherds now, so we need to like play 3 of them. We have... How many mills do we have? I think we have 4 mills. Alright, he replaced his Night Watchman with a duchy, which is fine. Alright, so... Okay, so we have 4 mills. We want to save 2 of them for the... for later on. I think we can play... Yeah, I think we want to discard all these to shepherd number 2. Now we can have 2 mills left. Drop the deck here. And we mill, we discard 2 shepherds. We mill, we discard shepherd and whatever. And now we can replace curse into estate and buy another province. And now there's 1 estate and 1 curse left, so we should be able to end the game on piles next turn. Yeah, this is cool. These shepherd engines are very different way to play, you know, Dominion. And it had a lot of support here with Mill and Harem. And replace is very nice in the deck. Yeah, if this is the last turn, then there's no reason we need to worry about. Let's just draw the deck, basically. Okay, now we've drawn the deck, and we can just discard things. All right, and that's game one. Apologies for the loud sounds there. Okay, I'm going to pick Empires for the second game. Okay, no heirlooms. We have Guardian, but the only attack is Taxman, which is pretty weak. Vineyard. Wait, what just happened here? Okay, so by pressing like clear selection, I don't know what happened. I should not be pressing clear selection, ultimately. Okay. Still no heirlooms. This looks right. Okay. So we have Gladiator Fortune, which is pretty powerful. Capital and Crown is a nice synergy. So Wild Hunt draws, but there does not seem to be... Okay, so Crown is the way to like play Wild Hunts non-terminally. But the only non-terminal action is Archive. Weird. So he opens with a Tormentor, obviously with a 5/2. What's the Druid? Not too exciting. Huh. Well, 3/4 split doesn't look very exciting. So there is a lot of points to be gained from Wild Hunt, potentially. I mean, you don't even need a non-terminal action, necessarily, if you get a nice thin, like, Crown terminal draw engine, but there is no way to thin. Which means that maybe Tormentor is worth it? Huh. I mean, the draw is there. It's possible. I think I prefer Capital as my source of plus buy rather than Farmer's Market. I expect this game will be messy. but that's no reason not to try for this Crown Wild Hunt engine. It's just not going to be very reliable. Archive, I think, is going to be actually a pretty key card. So he doesn't want the Druid. Yep, gets an Imp, which is pretty nice. So what's my build order? I think I want Archives first. My Gladiator missed. I don't... think I want another terminal. I think I'll just... okay. So there's something to think about here. With Aqueduct, the Humble Castle is worth at least 4 VP. And I think castles are going to be fine. They're going to be a reasonable way to score points, but on the other hand, there's just so many points with the Wild Hunt that it's probably a mistake to take the Humble Castle now. I don't know. With the Archive plan, you can just hide that Humble Castle pretty nicely. I am tempted. I am tempted. I mean, it's Humble Castle or Silver, so Silver's not very exciting. I think it's correct to grab the Silver here. I'll grab the Humble Castle the next time I have less than 5 coins. Okay. Doesn't matter at the moment. We'll just get some more Archives. I probably just want all the Archives. Can't see what's in my archive. Okay, so he takes the Humble Castle, which is reasonable. So I just had coppers under the Archive. At some point I'm going to want a capital. For the plus buy. But not yet. I don't have any Archives in play, which is pretty unfortunate distribution, I think. So he's gained 2 imps with the Tormentor. That's pretty nice. It's a build order challenge for sure. So if I grab the Archive and play it, I have a chance. But I don't. I was going to say I have a chance to get up to 5. No such luck. It's pretty much... So now the question is whether I want to get a farmer's market at all. Or a Leprechaun. How does Leprechaun read? 7 cards in play. So the Archive is definitely going to help set that up. But I don't want to get the Leprechaun. Like, I don't want to have Terminal Collision until I have a bunch of crowns, you know? Yeah, this is so messy. He hasn't played Farmer's Market yet. So it's not like I have any opportunity to snipe something nice. I think this is the turn that I probably pick up a capital, because I don't think it'll slow me down on the archive split. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so I got some good turns ahead of me. I think we want to pick up the archive so we can try to find the capital. He has 2 archives total. I have 4. So that's nice. Okay, my silver gets trashed. I have no problem with this. Got it. Okay, so it's a big hand, and I have the capital. So I think I'll buy Archive and Crown. Or do I want double Archive? I think I want Archive and Crown. Archive Crown. Well, this is a really bad hand. Yeah, I think I might actually be content with the number of archives I have because Wild Hunt's going to be draw. We have a decent number of points or coins here. Unfortunately, yeah, so we can get a Wild Hunt or a Crown here. I think I'll start up on the Wild Hunts. No, I think I need another Crown before I go in for Wild Hunts. Crumbling Castle is really bad. You just can't get rid of that Crumbling Castle. And the silver is not very good. I mean, it's okay with Archive, I guess. It's definitely not something I'm looking for. Can't buy actions this turn. That's not much of a handicap on a board with Crown and Capital that I want. We can Crown the Archive. I have 2 debt. Okay. I think I want to offset my archives. 7 is a pretty reasonable number of coins to have. Oh, ha! Crown is an action. Whoops. Alright, well I guess I'm getting another capital. Which is fine. Okay. That is not good. That's gonna hurt. I think crowning the archive is probably best. I think we want to save the capital for when we have crown. Three buys. And we're only going to take 6 debt afterwards. But let's use all of them. I think Wild Hunt, Crown is what we want. So we get to play 2 archives. I think I want that crown back in the shuffle before I take the capital. Well, no, we just have a ton of coins. Even though we have the debt, it won't be hard for the capital to be valuable. Well, we got the crown anyway. Ooh, and we get another crown. Nice. I don't think he has any capitals. So we can actually get a fortune here. Seems good. Get Wild Hunt Crown Fortune. Seems pretty good. Oh, that crown stays out for a while. So this is unfortunate. Well, actually, I think I don't want to play those Wild Hunts. And they'll both miss the shuffle. Okay, so my crowns are all back. I think I want to crown this archive. Alright, so he got some points from the farmer's market. He bought a fortune also, but he didn't have a good turn. Alright. Well, we want a Wild Hunt. And a crown, I guess. We have archives in there. We also have a fortune. Ah! We have 2 archives in there, I guess. We have capitals in there. I think we need to draw with Wild Hunt here. We did not hit the fortune. That's pretty bad. Oh, that's interesting. Fortune also has synergy with capital. I think I still want more crowns, though. I think we have good cards in one of those archives. Okay, he's got another action left. So this is going to be a good turn for him, I think. Alright, now that's looking pretty attractive, the Wild Hunt points. Yeah, he's got a good turn. Interesting. Capital or Crown? So Wild Hunt, Crown. Yeah, so we can start Crown, Crown, Wild Hunt, which seems good. Okay. Crown on Capital seems better than Crown on Gladiator. Right. This is a big turn. My other capital is trapped, unfortunately. I think it's probably best to just grab provinces. Can my opponent get 4 provinces? Doesn't look likely. I might not have any crowns in those archives. And I lost 2 crowns. We'll see. We'll see. I think this should be a good turn if we see our fortune. I mean, like a game-winning turn. Yeah, it can be tricky with imps and durations. Yeah, so the Tormentor, I think the Tormentor was a pretty reasonable opening for Gazbag. I think what hurt him, like getting the imps was very valuable, and some of the hexes hurt me for sure. Okay, well I'm going to want to play an archive first because of that, the Bad Omens, Best Art in Dominion. I think Gazbag could have gotten some capitals because the synergy with Crown and Fortune is nice. And 1 or 2 more archives in the early game would have also been nice. So, yeah, he does not have enough. Like, his just maximum economy isn't as good because he doesn't have the capitals. And he doesn't have the gold miner thing, but the gold from the Gladiator. It doesn't have the Gladiator either. So those together aren't very minor at all. Why do I have to top deck? Oh. Okay. Alright, let's see what we have. archive and another wild hunt. Okay, so this turn is actually not good. This is a bad turn. And I should have put the gladiator on top. Or, no, I should have put the wild hunt on top. So, if I have a good turn, then I get all the provinces in one turn. So I think we just want Archive and Crown. I don't think that puts piles low enough to matter. He doesn't have... Does he have another farmer's market? He does have one farmer's market. Even if he crowns it. Okay, if he crowns the farmer's market, he gets to 4 buys. He could crown the fortune and get to 5 buys. But again, 5 buys doesn't matter because I'm leading in points, so I think that's the line. This is unfortunate. Yeah, if I had another wild hunt in the archive, that would make me feel so much better right now. This turn could be good, but it might not be. So we'll probably get Opulent Castle and some other card. Duchy is going for points. Yeah, so I have a wild hunt. I could have had 2, and that would have made me feel a whole lot better, but I'm still pretty confident. That was bad. Okay. I think we just want to use 1 crown here. So we have the fortune. That's good. Nice. Guess we have another capital in there. Which seems better than what my gladiator can do. I mean, I think I have enough to end it. Let's just draw. Oh, I am totally incorrect. But doesn't matter. Okay, so that's another game. Okay, we're doing Seaside next. Yeah, that one was interesting. There were so many ways to get points. Alright, we got the Haunted Mirror. Which means there's Cemetery for trashing. The draw is Cursed Village, Tragic Hero, or Caravan. They don't play too nicely with one another. In particular, Caravan, Cursed Village, and Caravan, Tragic Hero. Tragic Hero doesn't play nice with any of the other draw. Okay, but there are no villages, right? So it looks like... Oh, there's Cursed Village. Duh. Alright. Tragic Hero does not seem good in light of Cursed Village being the only village. Because Cursed Village is going to draw up to 6 cards. You're going to play Tragic Hero, and then you're going to have 8 or more cards in hand. So the trashing is Cemetery, Salvager, and then Necromancer via these guys. This is complicated. So all the cards that seem like reasonable openings are Cut Purse, Sea Hag, and Salvager. Cut Purse and Salvager would mean that I'm trying to get a Cursed Village kind of quick. Sea Hag's pretty annoying. Obviously, you don't want to use Salvager on the curses. You'd prefer to use Cemetery and then use Salvager on Cemetery. I like Salvager here. So I'm going to open Silver with the other card, or I'm going to open Night Watchman. Yeah, it could be a Night Watchman thing. Cursed Village is pretty awkward here. The only way to reduce hand size is with the terminal card. So you can only draw like 2 with Cursed Village. Is kind of the max. I think there are no exceptions to that. Oh, no, you can draw 3 with Salvager. Salvager Cursed Village is pretty nice. Cut Purse could actually help somebody with Cursed Village, so I think I'm going to skip Cut Purse. It also doesn't play nicely with Raider if we ever want to add those. So Sea Hag, the optimistic approach with Sea Hag is that we have 4 coins in the future. Nah, let's pick up Sea Hag later. Let's go Salvager. Night Watchman's interesting. I can kind of like guarantee what hand I want. I'm going to try it out. Silver doesn't seem too exciting to me. So I do want the estate, I think. Now I could discard... Oh, I can discard any number. So I could just discard a copper. Okay. Sure. Seems reasonable. Ghost. Ghost also anti-synergizes with Cursed Village. So you went with Silver Salvager? Seems alright. Let's get this guy. Well, that's unfortunate. I wanted a clean shuffle. But I'll live. War. That is fantastic, since he had all his cards in hand. That's like really high variance outcome. All right. I think we want that estate. I don't think we want to trigger a shuffle. So let's just discard the copper. I did not do that correctly. I need to discard 1 copper. Well, we triggered a shuffle. Yep. 7 coins. Could get Sea Hag silver here. Do I want a silver? Am I building up this game? Probably raiders will be involved. Cursed Village might be correct. Ah! Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I just triggered a bad shuffle. Caravan. It's not that exciting. I will get another silver. Okay. Great. I should not have automatically just done that. Yeah, there might have been some cemetery options. Necromancer is okay, like if you salvage in action. But salvaging Cursed Village isn't very good. I'm just going to try this guy. Okay, then I'll get a Sea Hag here. Wait, what? Oh, he's deluded. Ah. I was confused there for a moment. I thought I was deluded. Which would have been really sad. I'm going to keep the estate. Because that's my best target for Salvager. And I'm pretty confident that I'll get to Salvager. In fact, it's guaranteed, unless Sea Hag gets rid of it. That's a good option for him. Alright, so do I want to trigger a shuffle? Nope, I have a lot of good cards in here. Could get another raider. Let's give that a try. He can probably just discard a copper. Why am I doing this raider thing with Cursed Village? Ah, I'm very aimless. I need to focus. I do have 6 coins this turn. I think I'll get one more Cursed Village. That's not great for him. He lost a Cursed Village. Could get a gold. So he got a raider. That makes my cursed villages a little more valuable. It's also tragic hero, which turns into a gold. I think I want one more cursed village. That's pretty unfortunate. Salvager isn't amazing, but it is pretty good. I wonder if I should keep the Haunted Mirror. No. Ghost just synergizes pretty poorly with Cursed Village. I think I have another Cursed Village in there. He gets another Sea Hag. Did he trash his? Ah, he did. And that's pretty good with Necromancer. Interesting. Let's salvage these coppers. We have 2 raiders. That's not good. Could be tragic hero time. Could be necromancer time. I'm not likely to get any plus buy. So I think I'm just going to play 1 raider. Right? Sea Hag in here. Seems like a pretty reasonable cemetery. But I also wanted a necromancer. I'm debating whether to keep the copper for 2 reasons. One is if he plays a raider, then I'll want to have a copper to discard. And the other reason is if I draw a salvager, I might want it, but nah. Okay, we got a copper. I lose my tragic hero. Very tragic. I think I might want to salvage the raider. 3 coins doesn't give me anything that I want. If I salvage the raider, I can buy necromancer. I can buy double necromancer. Or maybe necromancer Double Necromancer, I guess. So we each have one Raider. Nope, he trashed his Raider also. Dang. So he gave me 2 more curses. I don't know what the undo is for. Oh, he doesn't have a Raider. Oh, he's looking for a cemetery play. What I was saying was, it looks like I have 3 curses. And he has 1. And he'll get 1 more here. This looks like a real good cemetery. Oh, I did not give him the last curse. This is pretty bad. I have another Necromancer. Man, his turns are coming together nicely. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And that's my Necromancer, which is very bad. Alright, what are my options? Okay, I can get a ghost. So Sea Hag is pretty useless. I want Ghost to hit Necromancer, I think. Yeah, Necromancer is all of a sudden became the best card. Alright, he's drawn his deck. It's a good place to be. I just need more Necromancers. Let's see, if I were in his position, I'd get at least 2 Necromancers. Probably a Salvager. That could have been worse. Ooh, I don't think he wants 5 Necromancers. Not yet. So do I play a Cursed Village here? As a draw 1? I think so. I could do it again. Drawing card seems pretty good. Ooh, that's some good news. Oh, I can use Night Watchman to set up my ghost target also. Okay, let's see where we're at. If we play the copper, then we can get Necromancer, Necromancer, Salvager, or something. Seems alright. Otherwise... Oh, I see why he wanted the Cursed Village. Actions are kind of at a premium, but I can get the Cursed Village next turn, because the Ghost is going to give me some actions, basically. Alright, let's do it this way. Necromancer, Necromancer, Salvager, and buys. Raider first, then Night Watchman, then Ghost, I think. Because of Cursed Village, I don't think I want. Okay. I don't think these Cursed Village is going to draw me any cards. Three Tragic Heroes. Oh, I can use one of them as a Cursed Village now, which is pretty nice. So I can use... Can I use one as a Salvager? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, so here's the plan. I'll use the first one as a Cursed Village. And the next one as a Tragic Hero, I guess. I still have one... Ooh, wow. That's weird. I'm missing a 3-pile? Oh, I did miss a 3-pile. Whoops! That was a good play from Gazbag. Yeah, that was sloppy. Should have been paying attention to that. I mean, there was a lot of sloppy play that game. It was cool how the kingdom changed over time as to what became good. Goat and Cursed Gold. We get Colonies and Platinum. Vampire, very strong card. Probably want to open with a vampire. There are a lot of good cards to gain. 5-cost cards. In particular, Den of Sin. You just want a bunch of those. So I think this is going to be a double vampire game. The Cursed Gold will keep providing fuel for the bats. Den of Sin is my preferred draw on this board. I don't think I'm going to want a Puka. Grand Markets will be good. So what do we start with? If we start with Changeling, that's a bold option. I think I prefer 1 silver here, though. There's also Pixie. Pixie guarantees that I see my vampire. We're going to go this way. Oh, that's not true because I'm going to gain a curse here. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think a silver would have been best. Because the 5-cost cards are so good. I just wanted to see the vampire. Make sure I saw that. Cursed Gold, like, I should be able to gain another vampire on the turn I have Cursed Gold. All I need is, like, 2 coins. I guess it's possible that I don't get another vampire now. Puka? I don't think so. I think now is a good time to get Changeling. My opponent is miserable. Gets a Grand Market early. Grand Market's fine. I'm going to trigger the shuffle. Well, that's terrible. Oh no, I can copy Den of Sin. That's good. I don't know what I was thinking. So I can get another 5-cost card. Seems good. And I probably want that 5-cost card to be Den of Sin. So how do I go up the chain? Grand Market. Royal Seal might be a good pickup from my other vampire if I already have a Den of Sin in play. Well, here's something I need to keep in mind. but I need a silver in order to be able to buy a Grand Market at all. But in any event, alright, so Gazbag is in a good spot, it looks like. Avoiding Vampire. Oh, he picks up the Vampire now. Yeah, I'll trigger this shuffle. Gain Will-O-Wisp. I don't know what my Pixie's doing. Will-O-Wisp will become not amazing pretty soon. I think I'll keep that. I'll pick up a silver here, I guess. No, I'll pick up a Royal Seal and a Changeling. So Gazbag hasn't gone in for any Den of Sins, which is a little surprising. Huh. I would have... Darn. Really hope to see a bat there. Oh well, we'll get Thin eventually. I think we gotta keep on playing those. Yeah, sure. Oh, we're gonna have 3 Den of Sins in play? Well, okay. Should be good. Then we should be able to get a Grand Market this turn, and another Den of Sin with our Changeling. Now we don't have any vampires. So the curses have run out. Discard down to 3. That's unfortunate. It's actually a good one. All right. This turn is not nearly as good. Two bats. So we're definitely playing these. We are going to have too many Den of Sins. Yeah, we really got kind of unfortunate with that draw. Ooh, but now Changeling can gain Grand Market, which is great. I think I'll just get 2 Changelings. Maybe this should be Den of Sin and Pixie. Because I still don't have enough draw. But I have 2 vampires in here, and they're going to gain Den of Sins. Changeling can gain platinum, too. Seems good. We need to look at piles. What haven't we seen for boons? I think we haven't seen the draw cards ones. Oh, he gets 2 changelings that way? That's pretty nice. I'm the only one with vampires. Can I end the game this turn? It looks like I can, right? I can gain 2 changelings with the Pixie. Vampires gain Den of Sins. Grand Market, so long as I draw into anything. With coins, we'll be able to buy the changeling. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Well, that ended all of a sudden. Thought that, yeah, you gotta watch out for those quick end games. 10 turns, wow. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay. See what Gazbag chooses for our 4th game. I mean our 5th game. Alright, base it is. Goat and pouch. So we have Guardian and Moat, and the only attack is Tormentor. We have Cobbler and Workshop for gaining. But the draw here doesn't look very good. Yeah, you can't play Library or Moat non-terminally. So one option is, yeah, it's pretty poor. There's like, you could go with a Tormentor could gain Imps, which can then play Poacher, Pixie, and Tormentor. Seems pretty weak. If I had the 5-2, I'd feel real good about a Tormentor opening. As it is, I'm deciding between... I mean, Poacher seems good on 4. There's also Bard. I don't know. Cobbler seems okay because Poacher's okay. And Pixie's okay. Seems pretty sloppy game. But like if I open with Poacher, then I'm not likely to gain any imps with Tormentor. And then maybe I'd rather have a like Cobbler to gain more poachers or something. This is gonna be a fast game because of Goat. I think I want Silver and Poacher, I guess. I mean, I could get Bard too. I could just go... Yeah, I don't need plus buy because I have Pouch. Or like, plus buy is not super important because there just isn't a whole lot of potential here. Yeah, it's either Poacher or Bard. The question is whether my terminal is going to be Tormentor, Library, or Bard. I think I'm just going to go for a Bard. It's not that exciting, but... So my opponent does the same thing as I do. And I could do the same thing, or I could just go straight into gold. I think the Cobbler is too slow on this board. I think I'm only going to buy Cobbler if I have exactly 5 coins, and I'm not at a point where adding a second terminal is reasonable. Yeah, Tormentor, it's an attack. Okay. So I could pick up my 5 cost here. Yeah, I can see Tormentor being worth it. This will be another gold. Well, turn 6, yeah, probably should be gold. Now we'll go in for provinces. Okay, he gains an imp. Guess I could get one more gold. Nah, let's go in for it. I don't need anything from Bard, so I might as well play the Tormentor. Hey, it was a good one. Now here I could go with Gold and Pixie or something. But no, we're just going to go for provinces. I think we'll get... Okay, so there are 3 reasonable options. One is to buy gold. One is to trash the copper and buy a tormentor, and one is to buy a duchy. Of the 3, I like the gold the best. It's pretty good distribution. My bard misses a shuffle, but I'll survive. Okay, he's got more stuff going on. His deck is definitely got some stuff. All right, and at this point we'll go in for duchies. Gets a cobbler. All right, that's fine. Here we can get a pixie and a duchy, unless we get attacked. Could get a guardian also. Yeah, it's probably better. Although if I had tracked my deck, I would have known that the 1 coin didn't do anything for me. Yeah, I might end up regretting that guardian. Oh, I get a... No, I don't. Okay. So I could take a gold. Or I could take a duchy. I think I want a duchy out. I'll get a guardian here. Well, I guess the risk... Okay, well here we get a province. So there's no risk. And now he needs pretty much all the duchies. Alright, well that's a game. And I've won 4 games, so we could stop here. I'll ask if he wants to play. Play with Adventures. One of my favorite sets. Although it does have a pretty strong player 1 advantage. Okay, we have another game with Shepherd. And Cobbler, which is a strong combination. We can trash our coppers either with bats or rays. There's Bridge Troll, which is very strong. But there's no easy way to get a bunch of them into play. Conclave, once you have one in duration, like Conclave can't play them. Like Conclave is definitely a reasonable card though. Alright, what's Druid do? Gaining Will-O-Wisp. That seems pretty okay. On the other hand, I kind of want to get up to these higher price points. We'll give it a try. Line Time believes that Druid gaining Will-O-Wisp is really good, so we're going to try it out. And it seems like a pretty reasonable deck to try out. I think I'll get a silver here. I don't know if Guide is going to be any good. Oh, we can also put Lost Arts on Bridge Troll. So the draw is either Den of Sin or Shepherd or Ranger. Okay, we don't have to do the Shepherd thing. There are options. Oh, Will-O-Wisp and Bridge Troll is also fantastic. Alright, let's get up the price point chain. Get another Conclave. Yeah, I want vampires. All these 5s are good. So Gazbag also got a Druid, and he has a Raise. So he just seems ahead of me. I have... What are the other options on Druid? I haven't even been looking. If I want it to be non-terminal, it can be. Why does that keep going away? Gain a gold, whatever. Okay, I'll just get a Raise here. What happened here? Somehow he has 2 Bridge Trolls too. Oh, he just bought one. Gained one from Vampire, bought one. Man. Raise is not great. I don't know. I don't want any more. Okay, I don't like that. I mean, like, Raise is gonna not draw any cards once you have Bridge Trolls in play. Okay, what happened to me? Bad omens? Okay. That's fine. Okay, I can gain 2 5 costs here. So I can get a Den of Sin. I can also go for Lost Arts, but let's get a Den of Sin and a Bridge Troll, I think. I mean, Cobbler's going to be good too once we have Bridge Trolls. There's just not enough time for everything we want to do. I could get a 2 cost and a 4 cost, but none of the 2 costs don't interest me anymore. That's nice. Definitely going to prefer Bat to discard, or to trash Copper over Estate, I think. Unless, you know, there's an important price point. I don't know what the Will-O-Wisp split is. Start with 12? Unfortunate. 4 coins. What do we want? I can get behind some Ranger draw. I can get behind some Shepherd draw. We do want to trash these estates. With Bridge Troll, it is going to be pretty easy to add more, but... And, yeah, there's a lot of support for Shepherd. It's a new card. We'll try it out. So, if we're buying Shepherd, we should keep the estate, I think. If we're using Shepherd for draw. I'm not sure if that's correct, but seems correct. Played a Bridge Troll, which means I'm going to be able to get another 5 cost, which I think should be Den of Sin. Whenever I don't have a Den of Sin in play, I want to get a Den of Sin, basically. So he has 3 Bridge Trolls. He's just seems to have been ahead the whole game. Looks like he's trying to get... What happened here? Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that was really terrible. We lost a vampire. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. don't think it's time to buy like extra estate. Well, I can't even do that. So never mind. I could have gotten another vampire, but I think I'll just survive with one. This deck is coming together. Yeah, the earlier vampires, I think, are what really did the trick. He should be able to cruise to victory here. Yeah, he's just like gonna win the game very soon. I think he should have bought some Den of Sins. I think that was not good of him. Well, that's great. And by great, I mean terrible. Cannot buy actions. I guess I'll buy another vampire. Oh no, I can buy Den of Sin. That's okay. So... oh, wait. Yeah, I want to keep the estates, right? Yeah, I'll just buy one Den of Sin. Or I could buy one vampire. No. Doesn't matter. I'm losing this game. I do have a points lead. Could have gotten a cobbler. That would have been pretty alright. Yeah, he needed to invest in more Den of Sins. He got... like, he got an unusually good draw. And kind of expected that going forward. That's how I'd read the situation. Alright, so a 3-pile. It's going to be Bridge Troll, Den of Sin, and one other pile. I need to keep an eye on that. Going for another vampire. Yeah, this game is too fast for Cobbler. I mean, at this point, maybe it would have paid off to have had a Cobbler sooner. This looks pretty nice. Oh wow. Is it worth that? I think so. Yeah, we draw up. We trash copper. We have 4 buys, 2 Den of Sins. So I won't have enough gains to threaten like the end of the game. I'm thinking something like Vampire, Shepherd, Shepherd Estate. Or something. I mean, he's in a position where he has 4 bridge trolls, or 6 bridge trolls, and if he gets them all in play, he can probably end the game. Like, just getting provinces. So I have to beat him to the punch, I guess. Could go Vampire, Bridge Troll. Could go Bridge Troll. Yeah, Vampire, Bridge Troll, Shepherd, Estate. I could go Den of Sin, Bridge Troll, Shepherd, Estate. Will that give me a possibility to end the game? Oh, I get another gain too via the Vampire. So how many? He only has 1 Bridge Troll in play. 2 Den of Sins. I feel like I have to make it possible for me to end the game. So I have 4 buys right now. I need to increase the number of buys that I have. I have 5 gains. If I get a Vampire, I'll have 5. I'll have 6 then. Okay. I need to look towards the estate pile probably. But let's get Den of Sin. Trash is a guide. That doesn't really matter. So I'm going to have 5 buys and an additional gain. Okay, it looks like he's got it. Yeah, it was important for him to see those bridge trolls early, and then he had it. Yep. All right. Oh, no, he doesn't have it because he doesn't have the points. That's awkward. But next turn he's going to have 4 bridge trolls in play. See if he counts up my buys. Wait, what? I'm confused. Ah, he had another vampire. Oh, okay, cool. Well done. that concludes this Noctournament match. So I'll be playing another one. I don't know who it will be against, but expect to see that up on YouTube in a week or so. Alright, thanks for watching.